You want to dive into why we kind of got into crypto?
Dude, that was pretty
Well,
funny.
what was the first time? I remember it was like years ago. It was like 28. It would be 2019, right?
Wait, what?
When did Bitcoin hit $3,000?
Oh, that was 2017.
That was 2017.
That was 27. No, that was 2018.
No,
I was working.
2018
I was
it
working
crashed.
at the one facility. 2018.
Yeah, we just pull it up actually right here.
Do you have the text? Oh no, you have that.
Yeah, I don't have the text.
I was like,
I totally would have lost that text, but that was funny.
Yeah.
We'll wait for it to load. But yeah, that was like 2019.
Mm-hmm.
2018, yeah, it hit 3K and it stayed there for like half a year. Yeah, dang. Yeah, I remember that. It was like initially you were supposed to get into it.
Yeah, it was because my coworker, he was saying that he had friends that were in Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "Oh, hey, just talk to me." He's like, "I got some friends that were in this." He said, "Just to let you know, Bitcoin's gonna go. It's supposedly supposed to jump back up to $10,000 in the next week." I don't know I don't know what was going on at the time, but that's what I got. So I went home, sent a text to you and Winston and Eric, and said, "Let's buy one Bitcoin. You know, I have $1,000 profit from work, and let's do this."
Yeah, at the time we all thought you had to buy a single Bitcoin. We didn't think you could buy like a fraction of a Bitcoin, which is very funny to think about.
I didn't even know you could do it with stocks until as of even just this past year that you can even just buy percentage of stocks. But I only knew that because of crypto. You could do percentage of coins, and so then, but yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, then what was that?
But I would have pulled out at $10,000. That's what I would have. But it would have at least
hit
introduced
10K. It hit 12K. I don't know when they told you.
No, it was like right before it happened. It was like within 2 weeks.
So it was probably in March. It was like June that it hit 10K. March it was 3K.
I started the job back in March.
Yeah, June it hit 10K. So it was like
and it was a month in at least. So he probably told me in like April or May.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Dang, that's crazy. Yeah, it hit 12K and then it corrected down. Went back to at a point it hit like, yeah, that's crazy.
But it would have got us back.
No, absolutely. We would have pulled out.
Yeah, we would have pulled out, but it would have gotten us in the realm too. Like
yeah,
at that stage,
in the world of Bitcoin. You would have stayed in it. You would have been more interested. Like you would have had a taste of profit. Yeah. So you've been like, oh, this is interesting.
I know.
I remember back in like when did we graduate? 2014.
2014.
So in like 2012, yeah, 2013. Dang, does this even go back that far? Yeah, it does. That was the first initial little bump. I started mining Bitcoin, but I was like, it's gonna take me. So I did like the math. It was gonna take me 3 months to mine one Bitcoin. And I was like, I don't know if I want to, and that was if I left my computer on 24/7. And I was like, I don't know if I want to leave it on for that. And I'll only and in 3 months, I'll eventually get one Bitcoin and I could pull it out. I didn't think you could mine fractions of it. So it was like something ridiculous like that. So I was like, I'm not even going to bother. Because I thought you had to get a whole Bitcoin, but that would have paid for itself so quickly. But again, it's the whole hindsight. And again, I would have probably pulled out, once it hit like $800, I'd be like, I just made $200. I'm gonna sell it.
18 or whatever it was. You would have,
There's no way I would have held on to it if I wouldn't have lost the wallet. I would have probably just sold it very early.
Those are the funny stories.
Yeah,
but again, it would have gotten you more in that realm too. Then you'd have to learn how the heck to sell it too.
Yeah, back then I don't even think there were really exchanges.
There could have been. There were, because I know like there's like those, but
yeah, there would have been. I mean, there's like how much Bitcoin is locked up in like the first wallets, like an absurd amount.
Yeah.
And then some people speculate that the guy who created it died. And so like there goes like a certain portion of Bitcoin.
I love the mystery of it's just so.
It's a very good way to go about it, especially with something like this big. Because I'm not sure if there are any other cryptos. Maybe some like XMR, where we don't know who the developer is. I think we even know with XMR. I think Bitcoin's the only one where we don't know publicly who did it. I mean, there's good speculation with
Bitcoin. or XMR?
No, there's good with
Evidence?
with speculation with Bitcoin.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, I
there's
know.
pretty good evidence for like a few people, but that's about it. Like it's very hard to get concrete. Yeah. Let me see. Original author. Yeah, Nicholas von Saberhagen
XMR?
with XMR.
Is
So
that
we
the
know that it's a privacy coin. So I thought
Yeah,
maybe with them we wouldn't know who developed it, but it does seem like we do. So I'm not sure if there's another one. I guess maybe something like Dogecoin, right? I just know it was a Redditor who made that one, and that's blowing up like crazy. Yeah, I have like a personal vendetta against them. I really don't like Dogecoin. It's so funny. What is it? It's an inflationary.
It's just it's
randomly
the
prints.
complete irony. It like spits in the face of crypto,
Yeah,
because crypto's to try to be ahead of inflation.
but I guess maybe it's like like the GameStop was supposed to go against the institutions. But it's like, but Bitcoin, like there's already good. Bitcoin is the thing. You don't need a shitcoin to compensate for it. Oh man, yeah, that thing's so funny. I don't get how.
Dude, it's up 16% today.
Yeah, I bought it in at like the 30.
Yeah,
Something like that.
it went down.
It was $100. I just threw in $100. I was like, whatever.
I went down to 25, and I was like, should I buy in? But it was just that, just based on principle, I just couldn't.
Yeah,
I had too much
principle.
vitriol. And I'm like, I just can't.
Dude, that's
I've already just crapped in it so hard to so many people.
Me too. There's one person, don't remember their name. It was like my cousin's friend. They're like, yeah, they kind of talked me into buying it. It's like, I'm not sure what to do. I was like, I don't know. I like, you do you, but I'd probably take that. They put $1,000 in. And then they're like, yeah, I'm pretty uneasy about it. She's like, because I started like looking into it, and from what I could see, everything is like kind of against it. But it's like people wanted to go up, so maybe it will. I was like, I don't know. It's like, but Ash talked to me, and she's like, yeah, I guess I'll probably pull it out. So she did. And then after, I don't know, when was this? I could probably look at my text messages and see when this was, and then we could see a price and how much money I cost her. Basically.
Well, the thing is, I'm involved in when some people knew that I was kind of getting into crypto, that I'm in a chat of 5 friends, and they're just full on into Doge.
Okay, February 4th.
That's when you convinced her to sell?
Yeah.
No.
February.
It would have been right around.
That was the first jump.
Yeah, when I'm gone back down to 5 cents.
Okay. It went down to 5 cents.
Yeah, it was gonna be there.
So so February. Okay, so she kind of bought and she sold before it went all the way down to 5 cents. So she sold. I don't know if she would have panicked, but I guess it was sitting still for a while. But what was it, 1,000?
But she bought it at 1 cent?
No, 5 cents.
She bought and sold at 5 cents.
Ish. I guess let's say.
I mean, you're not really taking too much except for.
Yeah.
You may get screwed for taxes, but.
Okay, so sitting at, let's just say she bought at 6 cents. What would that would be $1,000 divided by 0.05 or 6.
Yeah.
So she have 16,666 Doge, roughly. Multiply that by 57 cents.
Wait, it's at 57 cents?
Sorry, no, 43.
Yeah, okay. I was like, it peaked at 47 on that first go.
Let's do 47.
Then corrected back.
Yeah,
down to
she would
25.
have went up to like almost $8,000.
Yeah.
That would have been a good come up. What was it? Do you know anybody that like invested into Doge? And
dude, I mean, everyone's done that. I mean, hell, I just literally summited Hood with some friends, and we're coming back down. We meet this guy, and he's from Seattle, and he was just talking to us, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I threw. It's like my buddy got me to buy Doge like 2 years ago." One of the stories of like it was 0.0001 cent or whatever it was. He said I put like $50 at it. He's like, it's worth $4,000 right now, and it's in a wallet somewhere. He forgot his password. He can't try again. It's one of those stories.
One of those stories, yeah. Sam, his roommate, he's also a few years ago, he put $300 in when it was also like a fraction of a penny. And so he put $300 in. Right now that's it's just recently it went past its all-time highs, but previous all-time high, he had $28,000 from those $300 that he invested. $28,000 was
And
what it was.
did he
up
sell
to.
before?
No, he didn't. He's still holding it. Yeah. I'm surprised he didn't sell on the first. He's working as an aerospace engineer, so he has money. So he's not like, strapped
Yeah.
for cash, but he was just like, I'm just leaving it. It was only $300. So he was like, I'm just gonna let that sit and see how far this goes. It's like, if it comes back down, he'll still be able to take a tidy profit, but at least he'll risk it and possibly go to. Yeah.
Wow.
It's insane. That was like one of those. And he has the password. I think it's on like Robinhood.
Yeah.
Maybe not
okay.
Robinhood. It was like one of those that he bought it on. So
Yeah.
it's not really.
I mean, at the beginning of the
a
year, I had
challenge.
1,000. I put $10 in.
And
just had-
Nathaniel
and
as well,
I
right?
had, but it was only 10. But it was when it was with Penny, and I was like going. This when you and I just got into Ethereum,
Okay.
and then it sat there and it wasn't doing anything. And I was like, well, I mean, we've already talked about Dogecoin's kind of a full-on meme coin. Ethereum, there's these markets where you look into all the different projects with these different coins, and so I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna have. I'll just pull it $10 out and do something different with it. Put it into Ethereum and have that sit there, so I can make a little more profit. Little did I know.
Oh yeah,
Because
absolutely.
I would have been, I don't even know.
I didn't even bother with Doge until now. I was like, after this peak, I was like, you know what? Okay, screw it. Apparently, it has potential, and I just had $100 sitting in a Weeble that I
you
had to
put
throw in there to get like
yeah.
some of the free stocks or something that they do.
Yeah.
And so I'm just gonna convert that to Dogecoin, and we'll see what that does.
Yeah.
Because there's not a lot of coins you can. There's just like Bitcoin, Ethereum,
Bitcoin Cash.
yeah, Bitcoin Cash, and Doge.
Yeah.
It's like, I think that's like basically, maybe there's like one more.
Yeah.
But, and so I was like, I'll just throw that in. I mean, Ethereum's been doing a hell of a run right now.
50% in the 7-day.
Yeah, 50% in the 7 day.
That's insane. But I mean, it's what was it? What was the Bitcoin dominance like as of 2 weeks ago before
It was
started,
like 50
everything?
percent.
Yeah, but 50%.
It was like once it dropped below the 50% mark, everybody's like, oh, alt season, full on. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's pump Ethereum.
I wish I could see my
Let's look at Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dom.
But yeah,
I'll probably find on CoinMarketCap, but I'm not seeing it.
There's usually regardless, it's down to 44% right now, but it was at least 56 as of 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, let me see. TradingView has a chart for it.
And then it just can't seem to correct since its previous fall. And I think it's hit its peak for this year for its run, because it's full on to altcoin swing unless come late May it starts to go back up again. But
yeah, when was this? 2 weeks ago? You're talking about like April?
Yeah, April
20th. Yeah, it was like at 55%.
Yeah. And it's only going to keep going down as Ethereum keeps running. People are going to start pulling out because
and I think the idea is until Ethereum doesn't stop running, once Ethereum kind of starts leveling out, then the rest of the altcoins are going to start running. So it's kind of like Bitcoin runs, peters out, then Bitcoin follows it, then then Ethereum continues up, and then after Ethereum, the altcoins kind of go. So I mean, we'll see. Maybe altcoins already did like a pretty good gain. A lot of them.
Everything, at least today on the 7-day, on the 7-day chart, it looked like everything was up by. It seemed like 30% on the board within 15 and 30. Binance 30%. XRP's up 50%. Doge is up 75%.
Doge on the 7-day.
On the 7-day.
Yeah, David, he was like, dude, put $75 in for Doge. I was like, are you sure?
How long ago was that?
My brother. He got in at like 25 cents.
Yeah, good for him.
And he was like, I just want to get it. He was like, he wanted to buy before the first pump, and I kind of convinced him otherwise. And he was like, I should have bought. He's like, just buy me those $75. I was like, fine, I'll do it. And then I was like, afterwards, I was like, you know what? I'll get some too.
Yeah.
And I got, he's more than doubled his money.
Well.
Yeah, he's doing well. Actually, no, he hasn't doubled quite yet. He's gonna
double soon. He
has doubled. It's like almost at $200. 75 turned into almost 200.
Oh.
Yeah. He's basically. I can actually take a look right now because I have it on my wallet.
If he bought in at 25 cents, you'd have to wait till it's at least 50 cents.
Yeah.
But I mean, it could have been just
Doge. It's at $200. So I don't know. Average cost was 33 cents. So I don't know how that 75 turned into
I have no idea. But
Did I buy Doge for me as well on this one?
you probably did.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Well,
I'm gonna have to see about that.
maybe
one.
David just got an extra $50 from you.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe I did more than 75.
What other projects are you in?
So I'm in Rune and Luna. Do you know what Rune is?
You've told
We
me.
talked about it a little bit with
Nathaniel.
no, I don't want to sign in. How do I just pull up a chart without signing in? There we go. Yeah, with Nathaniel, I think you're in the chat too. Oh, we just talked about it a little bit. It's kind of weird, the project. I'm not 100% convinced of how it works. It just got a new all-time high of $17.
You told us about it.
Oh,
When it was at
I told us.
$3.
Yeah, it was $3. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna start watching Rune. I didn't get in until $8.
Yeah.
So,
But you got into it from a Discord.
yeah, I did. Yep. I was like looking into it. People started talking about it. This was, when was it? 3. It had a good run and then a correction. So it hit, man, I don't like how this. So I got into it. Oh, okay. So it hit a high of, no, that wasn't it. Was it right here? Yep. It hit $6 and it corrected down back to 4. And then it made that big run up recently. And so in that window, when it was kind of coming down, I was like, I'm going to start keeping an eye on it.
Mm-hmm.
And then kind of forgot about it. And once it started running up to like $8, I jumped back in. I know it's from $8 to 18. Not bad. More than double.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, I only started with like $400, and now with that one, I just threw it in there.
Mm-hmm.
That was nice. Yeah. And then Luna is another one. It's also around the same price, like 18, 17.
I don't know anything about Luna. Whenever I see
Yeah.
Luna, I always just think of that sleeping aid. It's like the flying butterfly.
Sleeping aid?
It's just a commercial. Luna. Luna's literally just like a sleeping aid. Like an actual.
Oh,
like
okay. I get it. Yeah,
med.
nighttime Luna.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's interesting. Yeah. But, yeah. XRP, did you get into it with when Nathaniel talked about it, or
Actually, Nathaniel talked to me about it, and then we both looked. He got into it more aggressively. Nathaniel, he was pretty funny about XRP when he first started talking about it. He started sending because he was the first one that's into it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
he was. I
didn't hear anything about it.
Because then I was like trying to figure out like what it was, because you and I were just into it, just in Ethereum at this point.
Yeah.
Because this was
we're like Ethereum. How do we mine Ethereum? How do we get more Ethereum?
Yeah, that's where we were, and then he heard something about XRP, and then he started looking into like the networking of the system, and then he looked into the Swift system. I knew none of these terms. He was talking like everyone knows these terms in and out, and it was, I don't know. I think he heard about from the lawsuit with the SEC. I think that's how he heard about because XRP was because he found out that crypto was being sued by the SEC, because he kind of followed like that financial news. Stock market stuff a lot more than he followed crypto.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just knew what's getting there, and we were talking about it, and that's just when it was at 20 cents. I think it was probably 18 cents when we were talking about it. And when we decided we wanted to buy it, we didn't know what to do. I remember you, me, and him were all trying to figure out how do you buy it. And
yeah, I'm gonna try to pull up the chart right now.
Oh, it was like mid-January. I think it got back up to 40 cents in the beginning of
okay, so sitting
January.
Around like in December,
yeah,
it had a big run up with
prior to the lawsuit.
Yeah, prior to the lawsuit, and then the lawsuit caused it to tank.
Dude, hard.
It hit like 20 cents
from
like 50 cents. It went down to 20
It was
cents.
pretty high though right before that though.
Yeah, 60 cents.
That was it. It went from 60 to 20.
Yeah.
I thought it was higher. But
yeah, 60 down to 20. And then we started looking into it. We're like, yeah, that sounds interesting. And I don't think we got in until it ran back up to 60 and then crashed down to 17 cents. I think that was the...
What you're talking about in January?
Yeah, that was in January where it hit...
We were trying to buy it in the middle of January. I think it was like January 21st when I finally bought. It was around 40 cents.
Yeah, the freaking line charts, candlesticks are so much better. I was trying to use a line chart. Okay, yeah. So December was when the lawsuit hit.
Yeah, I think it was the 10th, maybe the 20th.
Oh yeah, well, why is it saying 20 cents?
Yeah, it went from 20 before, and then it went November. It was running.
Yeah.
The lawsuit hit.
Yeah.
Then it went down to about 20 cents.
And then
it went up.
Did a huge spike. It hit like 60 cents, 70 cents again.
But this was before.
This was already in February. This was after everything was running. It had that huge spike and then it corrected again.
But it corrected down to 40 cents.
35-ish. Yeah, around 40 cents.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. That's what I was talking about.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's when we were really like, okay, we got to buy this thing.
Yeah, I started buying at 40 cents, as did Nathaniel. You waited out a little bit.
I got in
because you messaged me.
Yeah.
You said, buy me some.
Yeah, it was climbing.
And it was at 60.
It started climbing. It was actually right here. It hit 60
No, you literally
cents.
bought it at the peak.
At the peak, yeah.
Not as bad as between you and Sam. You guys just have like this brother thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
that's so funny. Yeah, Sam freaking bought at $1.90. Yeah, that's literally the peak. That was the wick.
No, you both. That was like you.
He bought the wick. Hey,
Yeah.
that means it has to run back up, right? It's gonna stay true.
No, yeah, that was.
So yeah, I was like full FOMO. I bought at 60. Sam went FOMO, bought at $1.90.
Yeah, that was.
So we'll see how that pans out. But that was funny. It was so hard to buy the XRP.
It's
still
Coinbase
technically
tough.
Yeah, Coinbase. We figured it out. So
yeah, I know.
But Coinbase took it off. It used to be
every American exchange took it off.
No, I think there's a
Uniswap. I think
no, not Uniswap. It's like Uphold.
Uphold
is like they said unless the lawsuit says something, then they'll do something about it. Otherwise, I think Uphold is like the only actual US based one.
We'll say all the easy US exchanges.
Yeah. So there's several easy exchanges that you could get on that I think still have it.
So I think Coinbase technically was getting like.
Because they're like
no, it was like they're all suing each other all of a sudden. Where the SEC sues XRP being a utility, and then but then the SEC or then Coinbase, all of a sudden the Coinbase got pulled into it because they removed the coin. They removed the coin, and so then the shareholders or the people XRP, I don't know who, like what entity you can say, they start suing Coinbase, or I think it was Ripple. Ripple then sues Coinbase for removing its coin, and then Coinbase sued, and it was like this weird triangle of just lawsuits.
Yeah, that was very weird. And then what's funny is we also live in Washington, which is apparently like one of the worst states to live in. Washington, New York, and Texas. What's funny,
Texas is too?
I think Texas kind of though. It's like Texas is kind of weird. Like some exchanges don't like it. However, the funniest time I think Washington was ever thrown into the weirdest group, or like I feel I was attached to like the strangest community. It was like I was trying to sign up, I think Binance, and then it on there you had to pick what state you're from, and so I picked Washington or whatever. And I go to continue, and says sorry, you cannot sign up if you are located in the following. It was Iran, North Korea, I think Saudi Arabia, Washington, New York, and Texas. And I was like, what? We're in this group with Iran and North Korea? Are you kidding me? That was
Jeez.
so funny.
I
Yeah, like
know.
that's how strict our freaking taxes here are. Or
Dude,
not even the taxes,
no,
like
it's
some of the
just the
KYC stuff,
yeah,
which is
it's the
taxes.
state. It's the state
state,
because they're
yeah.
trying to protect you from
Fraud.
just from the exchanges that they can take advantage of
Yeah.
you.
I mean,
And
there's
so
been a few exchanges that have been hacked where people have lost millions of dollars. Well, I mean, the exchanges have been hacked for millions of dollars, so people have lost
yeah.
a lot of money with them.
Mhm.
Yeah, I usually the main. So people are like, oh, Bitcoin and all these things, they have issues because they could be insecure and stuff like that. It's like because of the hacks or whatever, and they don't realize
Yeah.
Bitcoin is very secure. You basically cannot crack Bitcoin or like most coins. Their encryption,
Yeah.
you're not going to crack it.
Mhm.
It's how the exchanges hold their keys.
Yeah.
Basically, they are the security flaw. And so with those big high profile hacks that happen with those exchanges, they kind of they had to get their stuff together and they fixed them, and then now I feel like it's fairly secure, where the odds of another big hack like that happening are very rare, because they know, like, if it happens again, like, they're screwed. They're probably going to be going under at this point. People just, there's so many other well-established exchanges, that people just move their money to another one. They wouldn't want to.
Yeah.
So
I mean, how easy it is,
to just transfer your funds.
Yes.
I mean, they're probably gone at that point. So if the thing is hacked, they have been good, I think, about paying people back. The ones that have been hacked, I'm pretty sure.
I think
there was a few
was
exchanges,
Nathaniel
I
saying
think, that like
you can actually
disappeared.
get your
I think
crypto insured now too.
On some places,
Some of them, you can.
Some of them you can actually insure it. Yeah, which is interesting. I think it was Vesper.
He did say it was through Vesper, but I haven't looked into that.
But we were talking about XRP for a little bit, and it was very difficult to grab. And if anybody's interested in how you could get XRP, maybe you guys could let us know or something. It'll tell you our process. But Uphold's probably the best one. There's some exchanges that you could hop onto that still sell it. Or you
can always go to like
Ascendex,
wallets. You can go into wallets. You can do exchanges through wallets. Just do a simple trade or swap.
But it's still a little bit of a process, which is
that it is. Yeah, it's a process, and there's usually like
you end up paying a lot of fees.
Yeah, $10 or something, 15.
Which Coinbase would be nice if they just had it. I don't like their fees. I still haven't been able to. What was it on Kraken? We need to get the L something ELAN. Remember, we're supposed to get like KYC through them sort of bank account.
Oh yeah, they never got back to me.
Never got back to me. They're like, hey, we have like such high demand. This was like
actually I
beginning of January. February. January.
I used the Canadian address, and
it just doesn't let me.
It.
To
see if like my family could get one set up, and they couldn't.
And so our only option to get money into crypto is through Coinbase. Yeah. I mean, you can't even do it with like Tether or anything, right? You won't be able to. What you could do, I think it would be PayPal. Maybe not PayPal. It's
what?
Cash App. I think with Cash App, when you buy, you actually have a wallet, and so if you want to send,
PayPal too, like same
you
thing.
can actually pull Bitcoin out.
It's like something they just started doing that, and that was
because then like on exchanges like Robinhood, or whatever, you can't do that.
Yeah.
They hold all your coins. You just basically hold a little ticket saying you own some. But with I guess Cash App and PayPal, you can actually pull it out. That would be a good way to do it. They do take fees, and my guess is probably going to be more than Coinbase. Coinbase honestly, is out of those options, I think Coinbase would be the better bet, because you could actually put limit orders and you're not doing market buys. So there's a bit of a spread on Coinbase. You do Coinbase Pro?
Oh, I don't have Coinbase Pro.
Oh, you just install the app. It's same account. And what you do is you could do limit buys.
Buy Coinbase Pro?
No, it's free. It's just it's more like a Ascendex versus being just a click on a coin and buy.
Okay.
You actually put limits, stop orders, stops.
I had no idea.
That's how Nathaniel and I have been doing it. You basically save a little bit of money on fees.
Oh, I had no idea till right now.
Really? We talked about it in the chat.
You guys talk about No, you guys have talked about Coinbase Pro a lot, but I just thought you guys were just using like you spend an extra $10 or something.
I see.
And you have a premium thing. I'm like, well, I don't care too much. I just buy XLM, send it, and then easy exchanges from there. Spend a $3 fee to buy.
Yeah.
No idea.
That's pretty
Did
funny.
not know it was
I thought
free.
we were on the same page on how we're doing that.
Not
Yeah, that's
at
funny.
all.
By the way, if anybody doesn't know XLM, that's like the best way to move money around. If you can't do
Oh,
XLM,
100%.
because
100%.
I use Voyager. It's like a different app that you also have to.
Yeah.
It takes a while to get authorized on, but they don't have an XLM wallet. You can't send XLM to it, so you have to do Litecoin. That's the other option. So if you can't do XLM,
Litecoin's pretty
you do
cheap to move.
Yeah,
I've learned
it takes
Alongo,
longer.
ALGO.
Algo.
No, yeah, there's Algo, but then the full name, kind of weird to say.
Oh.
But that's also very cheap to move money to.
Oh, okay.
Just
That's interesting.
random ones whatever it was, Coinbase gives you some in the beginning. And when I was moving it, there was no fees. And so I looked into
really?
it. Yeah, it was actually when I was trying to buy XRP that one night when we went to exchange XLM, when the whole XLM market crashed.
Oh my goodness, that was the funniest thing ever. I got lucky because I was like, I'm going to wait. Like XLM goes down.
Didn't it go down for 3 days?
Something like that. Like longer almost. No,
I think it was 3 days.
Yeah. That was bad.
Dude.
I'm surprised
I had
price didn't correct.
$500. Like, I'm by no man a wealthy person. I have $500 tied up in this. And I'm like, my money's gone. I don't know where it went. I don't know what happened.
Yeah. You clicked send. Coinbase is saying it sent.
Yeah.
And then, so it's not on Coinbase. And then you look on your wallet.
No, it was stuck on pending. It was like, it said pending. And usually, XLM's like that. It gets to things and sends because that's what it sells itself as like an instant.
Yeah.
Just blockchain, just right there. It's
6 seconds. You click send, and then
it costs you 0.0001 of an XLM, so it's a fraction of a penny. That's how it sells itself, and it's always worked that way until that day. And you're looking it up, and all their nodes? I forget what it was. Some of their nodes crashed.
One node, yeah.
Was it just one
or something like that?
Yeah.
I think it was one. Yeah. And what's funny, I think it just Coinbase happened to be using that one, and so if an exchange wasn't using it, they didn't have that issue. And so, it was going down the whole time. And I was like, it's been 3 days. It's probably good now, right? Theirs is stuck. Mine won't be. So I was like, I throw in some money. I was like, let's send this.
Did you get stuck too?
And I got stuck. But I did it basically at the bottom of when it dipped. It actually started correcting when I got it into my account. And so I actually made some money off of it.
That's what I was so afraid. You sent the money through XLM, and then they had this major issue, and it was just going to crash so hard.
Yeah, once people got their money, I was anticipating.
I was like, it's going to go from whatever it was, 60 cents at the time, 57, and it was just go down to 30 or something, and there goes half my money, just gone.
Yeah,
nothing I can do. Just
because I was going to sell. I was like, I don't want my money sitting with XLM any longer because like whatever gets stuck in, I need to sell and get it. Yeah, to something normal. I'm assuming there are people who hold it long term, but.
Yeah, I'm actually curious, like what the point of holding XLM long term would be. I don't have any idea.
Same thing with XRP. Why are we holding it long term?
Well, essentially, the idea is that it'll get adopted through the
big banks.
Yeah, and so that it'll be the exchange branch, and so when it has to push massive liquidity across that chain, the coin has to be competent to push the billions, trillions of dollars. Past it or through it, I should say.
So, Stellar does the same exact thing, XLM. So why would somebody use XRP versus XLM or vice versa? Right?
I mean,
I'm actually curious about that.
Why would they use XRP over XLM?
Yeah, or why use XLM over XRP?
Are we talking about like the banks themselves or just why someone buying it?
Oh well, for us, it's because it's very hard to get access to XRP. So but in terms of let's say in terms of banks, like long term, because we're talking about long term holding.
Yeah.
Why would you hold XRP long term versus XLM? I think I kind of have an answer for that, but I'm curious what your thoughts are.
Well, I mean, in short, XLM's not selling itself as being, or at least not selling. XRP was selling itself to the banks. XLM, when XRP started selling themselves to the banks, one of the founding members didn't like that. And so he goes and starts XLM. So already the entire need or the niche that XLM's trying to fill is not the big banks one. It's more of the small, decentralized, small person one. Going to be pushing lower liquidity through it.
Developing countries.
I was going to say it's meant for, if your family moves to America or moves to any Western or any other country and can send money back to your home country easily and cheap, and that they can get that money instantly. And so now you can you're not having to send, if you move to the US from Africa or something, that you can still send money back and forth quickly and easily. It doesn't matter where you're moving from. But XRP started going for the banks. And so if you're trying to make a profit on this long term,
Yeah.
XRP is going to be the way to go, because if XLM's meant to just push, we'll say billions of dollars over that network of, is it 50 billion tokens?
I'm actually not sure what
I think it's 50.
liquidity
They
is.
had 100 billion. I think they went down to 50 billion because they chose to slash it. I'm pretty confident on that. So it's only meant for pushing lower volumes.
They did do a big burn.
Yeah, it's because of the people. I think you can vote if you
There's
own XLM.
23 billion XLM right now.
23?
Yeah. So max supply is 50 billion.
Okay, yeah.
Circulating is 23.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
Because I think you can actually vote. I think if you own
XRP
XLM
is 100 billion is the max.
yeah.
So they have half the max supply.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, XRP is thinking about starting to burn their tokens, 1 billion at a time, the ones that come out of the escrow.
I don't know what escrow is.
It's basically they have it locked up,
Mhm.
and it's like basic with smart contracts kind of.
Yeah.
So every month 1 billion XRP is unlocked,
Mhm.
and Ripple gets to decide if it goes into the pool or if it is burned. Not burned, basically locked back up. So for that, those were their two options.
Yeah.
Release it into the pool, or maybe some of it, lock the rest back up. Then
I think
it gets locked up every month. 1 billion's released, and there's a total of 50 billion, basically 55, sitting there.
So 55's an escrow, or locked up right now.
Yeah, basically, or
Okay.
maybe it's just holding on their accounts. I don't know.
I know,
But
actually,
it's circulating.
yeah,
It's kind of
yeah,
weird
I
because
know.
like if it's sitting in their account, I'm not sure. But let's just assume 55 billion is sitting in escrow.
Yeah.
Basically, it's sitting there for 55 months. You know, you have this window of 55 months. This one gets unlocked,
Mhm.
and basically they decide to. They're like, we don't want to release it because it's going to drive the price down if we dump 1 billion onto the market. So it gets locked back up for 55 months. So it's in the back here. And so by the time it gets back to them, so it just pushes it forward. So there's an indefinite amount that it could sit there for. It's not all going to get released at a certain point.
Why do you think XRP is a better investment than XLM?
You basically hit it. Yeah. Institutional investment, or, targeting institutional markets versus going after, what would you call it? Developing markets.
Decentralized,
Right.
purely.
Decentralized, yeah.
Well, I mean, that's the thing, is like most people that got into crypto, that was the name of the game. How decentralized could you really make it?
Yeah.
But governments need some sort of centralized aspect to it. And XRP, weirdly enough, is one of the few coins that I've seen attacking that market, which is odd, because it's like, we all know in the end, big banks win. So like I mean, you can try to, but we know they will win. And so,
yeah, I mean,
why
the
bet
idea
against
is,
it?
like, oh, is Bank of America going to fail? It's like, probably not. They're a little too big to fail. I mean, 2008 was their only option, basically.
Dude, Bank of America was the worst example, because they hit so hard. I loved hearing their whole story. They were like buying, like they were one of the biggest bank stocks. They were just climbing in value. They're buying things left and right, and they got hit the hardest.
Yeah.
They lost like damn near everything. But then, I mean, they've corrected back, and their stock doesn't change. But
Yeah. I mean, so
yeah,
their option to fail was then.
Well,
Now
they're all FDIC. They're all federal. Oh, that's just for the people. But they're all federally backed. So
yeah. I mean, they were bailed out.
Yeah,
they
I know.
They could have gone bankrupt.
What I'm saying is
enough,
the federal, you have the whole Fed against with them. So
Yeah,
as long as the
so-
U.S. is the U.S., the big banks
it's not
will
going
win.
to fail. So therefore, XRP is the only one. They're like, hey, let's do this blockchain stuff. What's funny, initially they want to XRP was a competitor to PayPal. It was just supposed to be an online way of sending money, and then they had some people join that were like kind of into
Like
Bitcoin,
Ripple, like this what
Ripple
Ripple?
Labs,
Okay.
yeah.
I
And
had
so they're
no
like, hey, we
idea.
could do blockchain stuff. We're kind of into the finance world. How about we try to tackle this banks thing, the liquidity problem?
Mhm.
Swift kind of solved that with initially, because it was much worse before, where basically you have to have thousands of every country's dollar.
Yeah.
So basically, if US wants to do business with Chile, they have to hold a bunch of Chilean dollars to be able to send back and forth.
Yeah.
And Chile would hold the same amount of USD in their bank. But Chilean dollar has more inflation. So while the US gives them,
Yeah,
$1
I
million
couldn't imagine that. That
and
would be
Chile gives
insane.
them $1 million of their dollars, it inflates. And so now that's not worth as much, but the US dollar is still worth a bunch. in Chile. So it's like you have that weird issue.
Mhm.
XRP kind of fixes that by not needing that kind of exchange of cash. I think it's there's a name for this that I forgot. Let me actually see. Might have it in my bookmarks.
Talking about hyperinflation, or the name of like the word for inflation.
No. The word for having money in one bank account and they have money in your bank account.
I do know this. Is it a Greek word? It's an Italian word.
Yeah.
It's an Italian word, and it's exo and inno. It's like something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, but I guess you get what you mean.
Yeah. But yeah, you have to borrow. You're borrowing. Yeah. That's what XRP was going to be.
They're trying to fix that. Yep.
Yeah.
That issue. And so, yeah, I mean, I heard about Swift a while ago, just basically because I knew some of the stuff in Europe going on, how they're trying to get on that system, and how some countries were trying to get off of Swift. And so hearing that XRP was basically targeting it, I was like, it seems like a lot of countries want to jump on it. I still don't know if every country will want to use it.
They won't. It's just, again, pure politics.
Yeah, it's pure politics because it's an American company. Like, no, well, China's probably the biggest mover of money right now.
But it's an American.
Would they want to?
It's Japanese too, which is it's like Japan's fully adopted XRP. Like, it's pretty funny. Like, all this drama in the US, like Japan's just
the lawsuit and everything. Japan's like, no, give it, like, because 60% cut to expenses of moving money, 60% savings.
Since they switched to XRP?
No. Like, that's the kind of, if you use, so there's two things. If you use XRP plus the Ripple network, the way they use to settle funds, your bank could save 60% on the cost of moving
oh my
money
gosh,
across.
yes, dude. It's
that's insane.
crazy.
That's huge savings. Like the type of efficiency, like that, it's ridiculous. Like your profits for if you want to invest in a business or like for doing international loans, like goes up like an insane amount. Like, that's insane to be able to do that. So I mean, I see the benefits behind XRP more than like what's funny, a lot of people, I guess it's because of the institutional aspect of XRP, they don't like it. But a lot of people are like, oh, it doesn't have a use. Why would you know, it's a useless coin. That's why it's only worth 30 cents. It's like, dude, it's worth $1, but
it doesn't have.
It's literally sitting number 4 in market cap. Like, it's right next to Bitcoin, Ethereum. It's in the top 5.
It's
Doge. It's
always
5.
number 4.
It's been number 4. I mean, it was number 2 for a short bit.
When it ran, it's because
2017.
Okay.
Yeah, when it ran, it hit like $4 or something.
I think it might have passed Binance for. No, it almost did. It
Binance recently shot up.
Dude, Binance has been just
it sprinted up the chain. It wasn't number 3.
But XRP was below it because XRP got hit the lawsuit, and then Binance took that 3rd spot, and it almost passed it. But
yeah,
I think Binance has a firm hold on number 3 for a while.
I'm curious. What is it that the market cap, right? That's
2.4 trillion.
How do they rank it? I'm actually
what do you mean?
Confused.
The market
on like coin market cap, like the top coins, what are they ranked by? Market cap, right?
Yeah, each one's market cap.
Yeah, that's crazy. Dogecoin's like running up on
dude.
XRP
Dogecoin's is 5. Dogecoin's has what's crazy is I think it is 5. Yeah, it's just how many companies there's just such a leap from Bitcoin to Ethereum to Binance, then to XRP, and it just starts the massive jump that keeps going. And then I think Bitcoin's 107 trillion. 107, 1.07. I think that's what they are.
Basically 1.07 trillion market cap. It's insane. I mean, Ethereum's not even like,
dude, it's only 3.5 billion, 350 billion. I thought it would be
400.
It's at 400.
It's at 400. Yeah,
I thought it'd be higher, but
yeah, it's insane. Like, Bitcoin's so far ahead of everybody else, and it's such an interesting coin. Like, I don't think it's ever gonna lose number 1.
Oh, it won't. It's because it's the first.
Yeah,
and it has
like,
just,
the thing is,
it just
like,
has desirability.
If Dogecoin was the first, it wouldn't be number 1.
Well, Dogecoin will always be.
No, I'm just saying because like of how it was a meme, it was a joke, and like.
But that's why that's why it's ran. We should have.
Well, that's why it ran. No, but I guess what I'm saying is, like, it doesn't have Dogecoin, we don't know who the developers. There's no way
Yeah.
to lead it other than the community. There's no one to say, this is the purpose of Dogecoin. This is how much money we're getting into it. This is the kind of returns. This is the new goals that we're going for.
Yeah.
There's nobody for that. So it's like what's happening with Bitcoin, right?
Yeah.
It's like the community governs it basically.
Yeah.
But if you'd get something like Doge, like it'd probably lose number one pretty quickly because a better technology would come out. But Bitcoin, just the way it's designed, is just so well.
Right when you create
as a first one.
Yeah, right when you create scarcity of anything, though, it always creates desire, especially when it's first. Like that's why Doge is so. It's the first meme coin. That's why. And after it ran, we should have talked. Like thought the whole culture is just pure meme. Like the whole that's just the world we live in.
Yeah.
And it was like a useless coin. The culture's all this, and now it's a joke. So we should have. I bought myself for that one a little bit. But it's right after it ran. It's like, I mean, everyone talked about it so long, and it was kind of inevitable if you really think about it. But we're going too analytical into some of this stuff. But if you're so early in one of the coins, why not? Sometimes.
Yeah. I definitely bite myself for, because Bitcoin, I tried mining it. I had a whole setup. I was into it. I got wallets set up back in 2013.
Yeah, you were still in high school. You talked about it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So, and I'm kicking myself, like that could have been what, like 6-7 years of experience if I would have just been sitting messing around in that world. And then I didn't jump in until,
honestly, what was funny
I heard it on a podcast, Timcast, Michael Malice.
What?
He was the first guy. He talked about Ethereum. He was like, people should buy it. And I was like, Real, you should buy Ethereum. I'm going to buy it.
Was that like
was
back in
December.
2019?
Yeah.
That was why you told me about it?
Yep.
I had no idea.
Yeah, he was that convinced. And I was like, okay, you know what? Ethereum, I'll give it a shot. It's like, I've heard stuff about it. I was like, I missed the other stuff. I have some money.
That was pretty funny because we were just doing a rock that night, and you told me.
Yeah.
You told me about it, and you seemed convinced about it, but I didn't know you were playing off his energy that hard, and so
that's funny.
I just got home and I'm like, fine, sure, I'll buy one. I'll just go home, pull money out of my bank, buy one. I'll go to Canada for Christmas, come back, it's at 1,200. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, that was funny. That was pretty exciting.
Yeah, that was
that. I don't think like any stock or anything else that I've invested in is ever. So it's definitely like a dopamine hit, and you're like, okay, I need to get into this.
Then there's something,
yeah. There's obviously something here.
Well, I mean, even then, back during before the there's even like a couple things where I talked about just the realm of crypto, but I never even like dove into what it was.
Yeah.
When November, the elections, there was so much political tension. I was like, if there is some sort of, if there's any major tension in the U.S.,
that's right. I forgot about that.
Crypto is going to be far better than the normal currency. Yeah. So I thought that before I even knew exactly what it was, and how I would have pushed a lot harder for that then if I had known what it was now. During COVID, I thought the same thing when like COVID was going down. I was like, oh, dude, crypto's probably doing like something else, but I never.
No, it tanked too.
I know that it tanked, but I thought that it was just because of like the way the market was. I just kind of. It crossed my mind several times. Each time that I was seeing like massive,
it was like it would kind of be in the back of your mind.
Yeah, it was kind of like when I saw
like
like massive like political divide. It was like, oh well, there's always like that thing that's there too, that I hear because Timcast also like Tim Pool talked about Bitcoin. He talked about it all summer. Oh yeah, it's gonna hit $1 million. Oh, it's gonna hit, but he was so nonchalant about it. It was because he would just say it like off the cuff during some of the stuff.
You're right, and you wouldn't pay attention to it.
And
I would give it a second thought.
Yeah, I was like, okay, well, there's this crypto realm of something. I just don't know what it is yet. And so
he has some funny stories about how much he like basically when it was like $1 or something, they had like this successful. No, that wasn't him. That was the guy that's on there on the cast with him. What's his name?
The guy or the girl?
The guy.
Okay, kind of like goofy hair.
Yeah.
I know who he is.
Ian.
Okay.
Ian was like some guy. He's basically very successful. I think he created Square. Maybe this is Paul. I'm forgetting. But anyways, he told one of them to buy Bitcoin. And they're like, nah, it's fine. They're like, hold on. You told the guy who's like into the world of finance, who created Square, which is Cash App and everything. Yeah. And you told him to basically screw off with his idea about Bitcoin. It's like, that's insane. It's like, that's something that you respect. You're like, okay, you probably know what you're talking about. But man, that's so funny. I mean, there's I had buddies telling me about they're getting into basically crypto back in like 2017 as well.
Yeah.
And I was like, it ran up and then it crashed. And I was like, well, thank God I didn't get into it.
Yeah.
But it's so, you never think about that it's on sale now. After something crashes, you're
Yeah.
always like, thank God I didn't lose money. Or like if you
I
lost
know.
money, you're like, I am so mad I lost money. But you're not thinking about
Now it's
what.
you just average. Like now we have the mentality. You just you get average down. That's a great opportunity.
Yeah.
You just average down.
Now that's I actually still to this day I still don't necessarily have that mentality, and it's usually a little bit after. I was like,
Oh, dude,
I
you
could average
actually
down.
are.
I'm super skeptical.
He's always late to the game every
Yeah.
time. It's always
I am
with XRP. You bought at the 60. Did you buy any more at the 40?
very small amount.
And then you bought back in at $1 something.
Yeah,
It's like it's at 40 for so long.
yeah. I had no. Actually, I didn't. There was like a 2-day period before it launched up where I had money available to throw back into it,
that's
and
right.
I didn't. And then it started
Yeah.
shooting up. I was like, well, fudge. Now I gotta.
Yeah.
That's it. Sucks about Coinbase because you basically. I think I bought Rune before XRP started running.
Yeah.
And so I hit my cap on Coinbase, how much money I could send out.
Could've
So I was
just
sitting
messaged
for a
me.
little
Yeah,
bit.
but then you started messaging me though, which is
Yeah. And then I bought some other stuff. So I was like, okay, can you get some for Sam?
Yeah.
And I was at $1.90.
That
Yeah,
was
$1.90. That was funny.
that was good.
I
And,
told him before it hit $1, it was like at $1.10. I was like, Sam, it's on sale.
Oh.
You could literally double how much XRP you hold. You should buy some more. And he didn't.
Oh,
So he could have averaged down pretty well right there. That would have cut it in half.
I kind of bite myself. I put a lot into Omi when I could have been buying into XRP at that same time.
Mm.
So I was getting into this other one, but
Yeah, Omi's an interesting one. NFTs. That one has potential.
we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, definitely.
But
Okay. I don't know. I guess let's just wrap it up here.
mhm.
That was definitely fun.
That was.